Hello and welcome back to Toy Tinker Simulator. Once again, I'd like to thank the developer, Turquoise Survival Games, and their publishers, Whisper Games and Grab the Games, for providing me with the key to play this for you today. In the last episode, we played through the first and most of the second levels, working on many toys. In the gallery, we can see all the toys we worked on. We worked on 7 toys, and then I did 2 more off camera, the rocket ship and the Chinook helicopter, to get ourselves to level 3, which gets us access to the apprentice level of toys. So we have the end loader here, or the bucket loader, and we have a phone. The phone's going to require some original parts and just some varnish and a paint set, whereas the bucket loader is going to require a lot of equipment, and I think most of this equipment is quite expensive. Power sander, vibratory tumbler, bench grinder, nickel plating. Let's see. Yeah. So much so that I don't think... Oh, wow. Yeah, the vibratory tumbler is 1,800. That's most of the money we have. So we need to keep proceeding with toys that are a little less involved for right now. So let's go ahead and work on this phone. I'll add that in, and we can add in the paint and the varnish as well. And these are good because we can see them here on the list. Back into the market. Let's see, that's in paint materials. Varnish. And a paint set. All right. Let's go back and pick up the project. So this one's not really any more difficult than the basic ones, which is kind of interesting. Because I would have expected it to be a little more difficult, but not involving as many things as the... Oh, this one, okay. I noticed too, if you mouse over the thing you want to remove, but you can't remove it, it does highlight the other item, the item blocking it in red. And we need to cut these. There we go. That must be the original part we're replacing. There we go. You go out, and then I think this is probably a screwdriver. Oh no, it's one piece. Okay. Off you go. And you all can go into the sanding table as well. And that's all 4 parts into the sanding block. Okay, here we go. All right. Painting table, you go. The spray painting table, that is. That one as well. Tiny little piece here for the receiver, or the hook. No, not a hook. I don't remember what that's called. Because it's a rotary telephone. And the handset. All right, we can go ahead and do these since we're right here already. Paint that up. And it gets spray painted too? Oh, maybe the varnish? I don't know. Let's see. Varnish for you. Back to the work table. Varnish for you. Back to the work table. Yep, some varnish on top of the paint, which is interesting. And some varnish there makes some sense because there is some exposed wood. I guess we're varnishing the paint too. You can see the glossiness of the paint. Did this switch the rotation, or am I just being... Yeah, it did. Okay. It didn't save the... It didn't save that. Okay. Attach that, attach this, attach the cord to the handset to the cradle, and there you go. Next project. Oh, picture first, right. Add it to our gallery. Okay. Send that one off. Got some new experience out of the deal. And now do we have... Oh, that's quite the piece there. 3D printer, we can handle that, probably. A screwdriver size 3 is probably pretty cheap and required cleaners. Okay, let's take a look at these, but not buying the original parts just yet. I'll make sure we can afford these other items first. Equipment, 3D printer is 1,700. Let's do it anyway. Let's see. Tools, screwdriver, size 3. 2, 3. Get the cheapos. And cleaners, sponge, and detergent. Back to the project. Wish you would remember where you're at here on the project list. And buy the original parts. This is going to cost us a lot more than we're gaining because of the cost of the 3D printer. But hopefully we'll be able to use that 3D printer for another project coming soon. So a bunch of the carriages on this are missing. So we have 3 replacement carriages. Well, three hooks and 2 carriages. And a USB thumb drive for the 3D printer. Oh, maybe we print the other one? Don't know. Let's click in here and we'll see about separating this. Let's see. Click on that. And I guess I just remove it. There we go. Oh, that wasn't what I was expecting to happen. Okay. Interesting. That's not at all what I was expecting to happen. Okay, that needs to be cleaned. This goes to the 3D printer. That's good, but this here needs to have some work done on it yet. Looks like this bit here. And then we can send... Nope, we got to take all these pieces out first. Okay, you can come off of that. This one. And this one. I'm assuming, yes, of course. Screwdriver? Ah, nice. This one and a screwdriver. This is kind of the complexity I was expecting from this tier. Having to do a little bit of more tool work. Guess that's probably good to go now. Yes, it is. You can go. You can go. All of you guys can go. You're all ready to go. This can go as well. You. And this one needs to get a little bit more work done. And I'm assuming the problem is... Yeah, screwdriver. Okay. And then now this can go. And this can go. So now it looks like we're all good to go. Let's back out. Take a look at the cleaning table. Oh yeah, turn the water on. There you go. And then you go to the painting table. Keep cleaning. Nice and sparkly clean. And you're cleaning a lot of stuff here. There you go. $11 pieces have to go to the painting table there. We're hand painting a lot. It seems like some of this stuff should be spray paintable, but we'll take your word for it, game. Like these big pieces, unless they're going into different detail colors, you would think that they would be better off being spray painted. But maybe that's okay. Let's go in there and paint. Ah, I see why. Because they've got designs on them. This probably does too. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess it would make sense if you spray painted the whole thing in whatever color and then detail painted it with this paint set, but they're simplifying it then, I guess, because if you're going to have to come here anyway, it's kind of silly to do a little bit of painting, or do spray painting and then come over here and detail it. At least I'm assuming that's the logic. Here. Lots of stuff. But I guess that's the difference between it being a game and being real life. Because if it was real life, yeah, you'd probably spray paint that whole thing yellow, and then you'd paint the detail lines on. And you'd probably even use some sort of masking or a decal or something. You may not even paint them by hand. Right, and the 3D printer. Wonder if this works. Well, I guess we'll find out. Wonder how fast it works. Yeah, really fast. Okay. And then they make you paint it. It comes out with the 3D printer already painted. Okay, so no painting, varnishing table. Let's come in here and see what we can do. Looks like we'll attach all of the carriages here onto the thing, and then we can attach their umbrellas onto the wheel. Oh, there it is. I was like, where's the last one at? Next are the supports attaching to the wheels, and then okay, and then those attach to the peg, and then we finish the project. Nice. It's kind of cool looking. It's really cool looking, but it's kind of cool looking to accomplish that. Wow, that's quite the difference too. Okay, this should be a decent income here, both in money and in experience points. Okay, and let's see what else we got here. Let's see, you need paint and sandblasting, powder coating, and oven. Those might be a little expensive. What about you? Sandblasting, powder coating, and oven. I want to see if we have enough money for sandblasting, powder coating, and oven equipment. Oven is 800. I'm already thinking no. I've already forgotten what the other two look like. Sandblasting is 1500. Definitely not. We may have to go back to the... yeah, this requires too many items too. We may have to go back and earn some more money at the beginner level. Let's see. What pays the best? 390. I mean, at least gross profit. Looks like 390 is our best bet. Well, let's do this one then. Cleaners, that's fine. And pink powder. We have all the equipment we need, huh? I wonder if that's a brush paint thing, I guess, a powder coat. Let's go ahead and oh, go here and buy the stuff. That would be the way to do it, Wally. This one here. Oh, it didn't take. Okay, and paint materials, pink powder. There you go. Clear that one. And let's go take that project. Okay. Remove that. Remove this. Probably the wheels. Yeah, the wheels. The nose piece too? Yeah, there we go. And the wheels on this side. Is that going to be it? Looks like it. Okay. You go to the ultrasonic machine, and then there's two pieces going to the cleaning sink, cleaning table. Oh, we got water. Shines up nicely. And the little guy. And then we need to get some more pieces for the brush painting, so we'll come in here to get those cleaned first. And you all go to the brush painting table. There we go. Oops. Oh, you get a decal printing. So it hasn't shown us where the pink powder might be used, unless that was what was used on the person. Or maybe on the details on the car? I have to look at that person a little bit closer. Let's go over there. That's orange, that's not pink. I don't know. Okay. So what was the pink powder? I'm a little confused. It looks like orange paint and yellow paint to me. I mean, that's not really pink. I'm not sure. Like, his bow tie is the only thing that's even remotely pink. Interesting. Alright, let's deliver that, and we can take a look at what else we might... 270, 250, 300 maybe? Yeah. Let's go ahead and do this one. We just need a sponge and a detergent for this one. That makes life easy. Let's go ahead and get those items. I don't know why it didn't take my click again. It's weird. This one? Yeah. Accept that. And moving on. Okay, remove the bird. I wonder if there's more pieces that show up now under the next level. Let's go take a look after we finish this toy. If not, maybe I will pause the game for a little bit to try and get some additional money so that we can afford some of those fancy machines for the other toys. This one's really easy, actually. Just have to wash it and put it all back together again. Yeah, surprisingly easy. Disturbingly easy. Especially for a 300 coin income. It only cost us, was it 15 coins? Something like that? For the cleaner and the sponge? I kind of, well, I guess I couldn't really tell you because some things you buy multiple uses of up front and some things you can't. So no, it hasn't given us any more sandblasting, powder coating, and oven, and we found out, actually let me go ahead and pin those just so I can see what they cost for sure. Let's see, sandblasting was 1,500 itself, powder coating is 1,600, and the oven is 800. So yeah, we can't afford those. And this one needed the same 3. And this one needed power sander, tumbler, bench grinder, and nickel plating. Which bench grinder is 6, nickel plating is 9, that's 15. Plus 14 is way too much money, and then 1,800. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is pause the recording here. I'm going to do a few more projects on my own here under beginner until we get, well, I guess about 4,000 coins, which should just be 2 or 3 more projects, maybe a little bit more. And then I'll come back and we can take a look at some of these more complicated projects and some of these new tables and workspaces. So I'll be right back. And welcome back. I did quite a few, in fact, additional toys in order to get to 4,590 and also to level 7, which interestingly enough, the journeyman level requires at least level 10, but I think we now have enough stuff to purchase one set or the other of the equipment. And I'm trying to decide which one is cheaper. I think the other sets are cheaper. Sandblasting, powder coating, and oven, I think those will end up being cheaper. More powders again. Let's take a look though. Let's see. Equipment. 15. 16 is 31 and 800. Yeah, I think we'll go with this set because this is useful for the next toy to the right as well. That pretty much drains all of our stuff. And then we need some powders. Dark red. And black and blue. It does say it's powder paint. Interesting. Okay. Let's clear that, and we'll go back in here, and we can start on this boat now. It's only going to gain us 410. So it's going to take a while to regain the money that I just spent, but that's okay. Ah, nice. Screwdriver. I did end up buying a few tools as well. I think a wrench maybe, and maybe we bought that one during the episode. And also a another screwdriver set. I think it was a size 0 flat screwdriver. Be something else too. I can't remember specifically, but we'll use our chisel here to pry. Is that it for you? Yes. All right. You go into one of the new machines, the sandblasting. Are these all sandblasting? Looks like it. We have 6 items in the sandblaster, and that is... Oh, wow, there's our oven. Something's going to have to get printed. Oh, here's the sandblaster on this side. And the powder coating is over here, too. Now, the powder paint makes sense with the powder coating machine, but we got it earlier before we had the powder coating, so I'm not sure why we had to use powder paint before, but that's okay. Okay, sandblasting. Got our gloves on there, that's good. Your sandblasting, you kind of probably want to have some protection there when you're holding the part in your hand and firing sand at it at God knows what speed. There you go. Last one. It is. And then we can go into the powder coating table here. And this is black powder. See, this makes sense that we're using the powder coating here. And then they all go into the oven apparently too. Which, that must be something related to the powder coating. I've never done powder coating. I've never seen it done or any of that. So I don't know anything about it. But maybe that's something related to the powder coating. So you have to put it in the oven afterwards. Oops. Stopped too soon. Alright, now we can go to the oven. And at least they all can get baked in the oven at the same time. That's convenient. And they all go back to the table. We do have to retrieve one for the printer. It's probably going to be the base. Yeah. Go throw that back on the printer. And in we go here. Let's see. Oh, nice. Some decals there. And you go back to the main table. Let's piece this thing back together again. There we go. Nice. That's a bit of an upgrade. Okay. Okay, 410 more coins. Nice to have. And then I think it was this one that also required most of the same stuff. Let's actually look. Yeah. Powder coating, sandblasting, and oven. Yep. So we need screwdriver size 3, Phillips style. And we need turquoise powder. Screwdriver, Phillips style, size 3. Take the cheapos again. Probably the next time I buy, I'll upgrade by a level or 2 just to have the nicer stuff, I guess. And turquoise powder. Okay, back to the project. It's only 290, but we didn't have to buy that much stuff, so it's kind of okay, I guess. Right? Figured. You can kind of tell where the parts are. A lot of this, at least. A lot of time. There you go. And is that it? Nope, there's one more piece right there. Headlight. Up. Okay, that goes in the sandblaster. These ones go to the ultrasonic cleaner. Great. Go ahead and sandblast that one. And then I think we have to powder coat it after we're done. So do that. And then we can send that to the powder coating. It'd be kind of nice for cases like this one, where you have to put this stuff in the oven. If you could put it in there and then back out. I mean, not that it's taking that much time, but back out and let it run while you're going to do another step. Okay, is that everybody? I think it might be. Alright, that's green. Meep meep. There we go. I find it interesting too that sometimes the colors get changed. I had that happen on one of the projects I did before. Let me pull up the gallery and I can show you which one it was. Because I think it was red and we repainted it green. Which, depending on the type of toy and whatever its collector value would be, you would think that that wouldn't be... Wait, why can't I click on gallery now? I don't know. This one? Yeah, it was a red car and now it's green. Depending on the type of toy, seems like it would be a problem with the value of it if you did that, but I'm no expert. We need a vibratory tumbler for this one, as well as some paint. Let's go ahead and see about buying that. So we'll need that for that other project as well, and some yellow powder. Equipment. Vibratory tumbler was the expensive thing. We actually can't afford that. Back to projects. And Apprentice. Yeah, this needed the tumbler too, I think. Yeah. Alright, back. Let's look at this one. Filling machine. Oh, because it's a stuffed animal, right. And some cleaning materials. Let's look at this filling machine here. 1900. Well then, that's quite expensive. Might have to go back to the basic stuff to make some money. Powder, bench grinder. How about that? Can we afford the bench grinder? Yes, we can. Okay, let's buy the bench grinder. And we'll come back here. We got another bear that might require the filling machine in the beginner set. Okay. Let's see. Paint, purple powder, and tools. We need a bench wheel. Well, that makes sense, I guess. Bench wheel. Is this like a level 1, level 2 situation? Or is it a different kind? It's probably a different kind. And purple powder. Alright, and we'll go pick up that project. 410 coin for this, though. So that's pretty good turnaround on this one. Or profit on this one. There. We're going to maybe take off each one of these propellers. Oh. Pop. Kind of funny. Every single one. I guess that's what makes this a more complicated build too, is that you have to do... Really? Okay. Oh. Popping some little clips there. Interesting. Okay, so that takes that piece off. Click. And we'll pop that out. And that can go into the sandblasting. Sandblaster there, and bench grinder, and ultrasonic cleaner. Some more of each of those, and then we have a few more pieces left on the body of the airplane. Okay, some more tabs to bend. There we go. And, oh, tail fin. There we go. And another tab to bend there. Sander. Sandblaster, I mean. There we go. I guess the Sandblaster and the powder coating would be for metal parts. Whereas, like, the ultrasonic machine would be for the plastic parts. And the sanding block would be for the wooden parts. Guess that makes sense? Because these parts all do look like they're metal. Because of the rust and whatnot. And so it makes some sense that in order to handle metal, we'd have to spend a lot more on equipment. Because it's all different equipment. So at least there is some logic built into the game. Or we're going purple now instead of yellowish. These are black. Looks like. Propellers. And the last piece here, tail fin. Into the oven they go. Heat it up. Toasty. I think I saw... Okay, there's a couple pieces in the cleaner. That might actually be it in terms of what's left to do on this piece. Let's take a look at that. Oh, bench grinder. One piece in the bench grinder. Turn it on. There you go. I don't see the piece, but I'm moving my cursor around as if there were a piece magically in my hand. I don't know which piece that was even. Okay, let's snap the pieces together here. Wheels on the axle. Propellers. I think we can snap the axle onto the base, and then snap the fin on, and then we snap the plane onto the base, and we're done. So I have no idea which piece we ran through the bench grinder, but okay. And there's another example where we changed the color too, from yellow to purple. I think I want to take a look at the museum quickly here before we wrap this episode up. Let's deliver that, and then let's look at the toy museum. We can go to the museum. We can go in and we can see where you might have toys. We haven't put any toys in here yet. Can we start? It needs 8 toys to open the museum. Okay, so we haven't been doing museum toys? I kind of assumed we had. Oh, museum toys. There we go. Alright, so that's where we get to level 15. So what we're doing is we're working through making a bunch of money. So that we need 1900 for the filling machine, which we don't have. We need to have 1800 for the vibratory tumbler, which we don't have. And again, we need a bunch of money for these 3 tools that we don't have. So this is a good place to end this episode, because we have to go back into the beginner levels here and play through a few more toys in order to make some money to be able to purchase the tables we need to continue this level of toys here. So let me know what you think about this series, this game, whether you'd like to see a little more of it or not. It's kind of going to be a chill game that I'm releasing just a short series of. This is the 2nd episode. I probably wouldn't do any more than a couple more, but let me know if you want me to continue. If I do continue, I will probably do a bunch of these toys. If we can get into these new machines, and then maybe we'll make it to level 10 by then, and we can look at what machines level 10 might need for the Journeyman toys. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.